Hello, my friends. I hope you are well today. I am live right now on YouTube and Facebook. Sorry about this craziness, but I wanted to pop in and give you some FaceTime here. Today, we are going to do a color along in RJ Hampson's. Oops, I better change that. Holy cannolis. Hold on. A frog's tail. RJ Hampson. There we go. We're going to do a color along from RJ Hampson's A Frog's Tale. It is one of my favorite coloring books. I haven't even colored very much in there, but I just love his illustrations. They're wonderful. Let me know you can hear me. Be sure to say hello in the comments. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. I will do my best to show comments on the screen. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. So we were having a vote on, we were having a vote on which coloring page we should color from, and we were voting between, let's see here. Sorry, I'm like kind of cramped here right now. We're voting between Rest and Recreation, which was number 1, Morning Tea. Oh my gosh. Morning Tea, which was number 2, or actually that was number 3, and A Purpose and Liquidity. And from our votes, number 3 has won by 1 vote. So we will be coloring Morning Tea. And I'm very excited. I literally love every single page out of his book. Hi, Amy. Yes, I had to go this early because I have an appointment later today. So I had to go a little early, and I think I'm going to go more earlier for this one because I have a friend in Finland who wants to participate, and she is 7 hours ahead. And I don't know if she will be able to, but I tried to accommodate a little bit. It's only about an hour earlier than what I usually like to go. But yes, so this page 1, I'm very excited. I like it a lot, and I'm really excited for the berries and the honeybee. I don't know if you know, but I used to keep bees back in Oregon, and so they have a special little place in my heart. And if you've been in my color alongs before, you know I don't really plan ahead. I kind of go, I pick colors and stuff as I go. We will be using my, okay, hold on. Let me send you a link. We will be, I gotta grab these. I am so sorry. I was like kind of prepared and then kind of not. And then my ADHD makes me lose time. And so while I was prepared in some ways, I wasn't in other ways. So first, I'm going to send you some affiliate links in case you want to purchase any of the items we are using today. First is the coloring book, and that is for this on Amazon, A Frog's Tale. It's like $10. It's really good. It comes with 2 copies of each page, which is neat. So if you want to try a page with one media and then try a page with a different media, you don't have to print them out or whatever. There's 2. Secondly, we are using colored pencils. I am using the 300 set. You absolutely do not have to use the 300 set, but that is what I have. There are some other sets that are for sale right now. I'm not going to take the time and link everything like that, but The 300 set is like $55. I think you can get it on subscription too, which takes a little more percentage off. But that is, oh, colored pencils I'm using. I forgot to state what I'm linking. So those are the colored pencils. Okay. Next. Something I like to do is cut the page out from the coloring book, just because I press hard sometimes, and so that will put dents in the next page and make it kind of hard to color, if you know what I mean. So I cut it out of the book. And because of that, I like to put some pages behind the coloring book just to make it a little bit softer. So I take 2 or 3 blank pages and I just put it behind because I can. This is a sketchbook that I published on Amazon, and I will also link that. Sorry, I suck today. Sketchbook. Let's see if it'll come up. What sucks is that Adrienne Smith really isn't that, which is a common name. 1 second. Oh, I am having a hard time. Okay, I'm just going to link this publications, because you can find the sketchbook, and the next thing I'm going to show you on this link. So basically I published this sketchbook to be able to have blank pages of Amazon paper to print on, and because I really like Amazon paper. So that's that. And then next, my next utensil, let me get these out of the way. My desk is not big enough, but neither is my space. My next item we'll be using is my swatch book, and it comes with 75 swatch pages that look like this. And you can see I cut them out so I can use them, and that's on there. We will be keeping track, well, I will do my best to keep track of what colors I'm using, and so I cut out the page, and yeah, I keep track that way. So that's that. That is, I think, the final thing we will be using today. Hi, Stacy. Sorry you can't stay, but I've shared all of the materials we'll be using during the color along, and that's it. Maybe you can watch the full video later. So that's that. Okay. Then my other weapons of choice are Prismacolor Scholar pencil sharpener. I kind of am looking for I'm casually looking for an electric sharpener, but it's whatever. You know what I mean. But I'm looking on my coloring supplies list to share with you to share with you. And I've purchased these. It's kind of funny right now that I'm looking at these, because I purchased this set of sharpeners 3 times, and now it says they can't deliver to my location, which is kind of ridiculous. So that's that. And I totally flubbed that up. And then my other secret weapon is an empty Clorox thing, because I use it as a little tabletop garbage, and that's where I put all of my pencil shavings because I don't want to get up and find something else to put them in. So that's my little secret weapon. Okay. All right, now I'm going to remove my face from the frame. I am glad to see you and thanks for joining in. I hope that you have a good time. Couple things. How do you participate in this color along? You can join my Facebook group, and I will link that really quick. And don't forget to answer the join question. It's kind of important so that I know you're not a spammer. So I'll always post about the color alongs in my Facebook group, and you can post everything that you do there. Obviously, I do have a coloring book, but you do not have to stick with my coloring book. You can post any coloring or any art, period, any art. It doesn't have to just be coloring that you do. We love to see it, and we want to support you and your creativity. So that's the Facebook group. Okay, I'm going to move me off the page and here real quick. If I can remember how. Okay, there we go. Move me off. Okay, and let me know if you lose my voice or anything. And we're going to move this a little bit. So sorry, don't get sick. And move that back a little bit. And okay, do apologize. So I'm really excited. I love his coloring book so much. I actually have this and his Pirates book. I have not colored from his Pirates book. I've been like not able to stick to one thing ever in my life. So something I do to get started is when I get new colored pencils, I swatch them. I swatch my pencils always because I want to see exactly what color I'm going to be using. And I'm picky like that. Some people don't like that, and that's fine. If you want, I have a free color swatch chart of the colored pencils. Send me a message and with your email to sign up for my email list, and I can send you the PDF of an empty swatch chart in the order that you see here, if you like. Now, next. That's that. And we got my color pencils over here. It is in a super awesome container that holds 300 pencils. I also have the macaroon set of color pencils. So my first step is looking at the page really, and I know that I will I'll be doing like what colors what you would normally see. So, he's going to be like green, and, wood's going to be wood colored, and the bee is going to be bee colored, etc. And the berries, I think I'll do some berries as raspberries and these as blackberries, and, strawberries as red strawberries. So, I feel like if you do things in their natural colors, it will naturally look nice. Does that make sense? So I don't have to do much planning ahead or color choosing because they're going to be what they look like in real life. If that makes sense at all. Also, I have my lunch shake, and I'll be shaking that now so that I can drink it as we go, because I had to start my lunch a little bit early to work on this color along. So I know I have Stacy and Amy here and Angela. So if you are someone else, be sure to say hi, ask questions, and let me know that I'm not just talking to the abyss of nothing. As with all of my color alongs, you do not have to color this page. You can color your own thing and whatever you like, you know, it's fine. Or you don't have to color and you just use, you know, me as a background. Hi, Jenna. Hi, Deborah. I'm so glad to have some folks here hanging out. Okay, I feel kind of nervous this time, maybe because I'm like so excited to color this page. And I will do my best to look up and look at the comments as often as I can. Yeah, sometimes I forget. So, do you need me to go closer? Let me know. First, I like to look at, where is the coloring book? Look at how he's colored already. I like to kind of stick with how he looks, because he's a character, right? His name's Mr. Fogarty, and yeah, I like that. So what I did is, you know, I try to stick with coloring him the same-ish, you know, using kind of the same colors, although I did this with Prismacolors, so it will be a little bit different. But I wanted to look and see how I colored him before and how he's colored naturally from the artist. So, oh, one more thing. I have this brush to brush away any little bits and stuff that come from the pencils, because that happens a lot and I rub my hand over it and that's just a whole big pain in the butt, and that seems to help a lot. So I'm looking at him and I'm looking at how I colored him before. Do I like him that dark? I'm not sure, but I think that was kind of an accident. I think I want to go a little bit lighter with him. And I think that's a little bit lighter than I'd like myself. So I like more olivey greens. I think I want to do like 107. And I'll move this so you can like see this array of color here. Kind of. So I think 107 might be like his main color. And then for his, he has like spots and stuff. So I want to make that a little bit darker. Maybe his spots will be good at like 140. And I just pull out colors at first to have them on hand. I think it'll be kind of close, but nice at the same time. I think I'll also pull out 108 and 274. These are all, maybe I'll use them. 273, and I want a highlight color as well. I think I'm going to pull out 101 as a highlight color. So I pulled out these colors. I may not use them all. Do my best to write them down and say what color they are out loud, which was a request. The unfortunate thing with colored pencils is they don't always match the name on the pencil. So since he's the main character, I want to get started with him. It just seems like the right place to start today. And I'll get a little closer. Sorry for moving the camera so much here. It's very hard to move, so do apologize for all of that. You don't have those colors? I thought you said you had the 300 set. Oh, forgot to move this. Okay, gonna take a swig of my shake here. Oh, you have the 72 set. Sorry. Just pick colors that you think are close. It's fine. It'll turn out great. Are you coloring this page too? You can use the same sort of concept. So basically, I pick a main color. So the main color I think I said I wanted him to be was 107. If I can find it again, where is it? 107, which is, this is a dark yellowish green. So pick a yellowish green. That is this color here. 107. So I pick a main color, then I pick a color that's a little bit darker and a little bit lighter in general. That's how I do pick my colors, because I like to make shadows. So I guess he does have some spots on here. That's how I like to make shadows and highlights. I pick a lighter, a medium, and a dark. The medium is like the main color-ish. So the highlight color is 101, which is apple green. And then the shade color, I haven't quite decided yet. So before we even get started on that, we want to pick where the light is coming from. Now, kind of looking at where the characters are on the page here. And so the bee is facing that direction. Mr. Fogarty is facing front. The bird is facing that direction. And while he's facing this direction, like most of his face is like this. So I decided just now that I want the light to be coming from this direction. So from the left. And what that means is that, well, basically my light is already coming from that direction, which is nice. My light on my desk, which helps. So that basically means all the light parts of the image are going to be on the left side of each element. So that's something to remember as you're coloring. So I'm going to take my highlight color, and just to remind myself, I'm going to lightly put the highlight color on the side in which the sun, my sun is going to hit the object. And then try to remember how I color them is imagining as they are 3D objects, right? So his nose is going to be closer. So his nose will have some highlights, but about halfway down, it'll be darker over here, right? And his eyeballs are probably going to come out further than his nose, so light will hit there, and light will hit kind of like half of his face. I'll try to keep this simple, and I'll try to say what I'm doing to the best of my ability. If you have questions, be sure to be really specific and reference exactly what you're asking so that I can answer it really well. So with my color swatch page, not only can you keep track of your colors in your color pencil sets, you can keep track of what you're using. So for Mr. Fogarty, I'm going to, color a swatch, and I'm going to put the number because I don't personally care about the names, but the name is apple green for those of you who are trying to match with other brands of colors. So I'll put that there because I'm using that now. So we're going to look at all the elements of Mr. Fogarty's skin because that's what we're coloring first. And we're going to pick where the light is hitting him because the light's coming from this direction, right? Maybe there'll be a little bit because, you know, froggy eyeballs are kind of bulbous. We kind of take into account the other elements within the page as well, but he's kind of behind this frame of, you know, all of the other stuff. So we might make him not have shadow based on the frame because it might be a little bit confusing, but that's just me. You can do whatever you like. Okay, so that's his highlight color. So his main color, I wanted to do 107. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that over here to keep track of what I'm using. And again, this is the Color colored pencils. And 107 is dark yellowish green. And then we're going to call this a frog's tail. And the coloring page was Morning Tea, I believe. It's kind of cool how R.J. Hampson, he labels his pages. I like that. So with the main color, I'm going to color a little bit over top of where the line of the shadow or light would be, rather, in this case. And I'm going to color all the way where the shadow would be as well. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even see his little eyelids. So this eyelid will probably be almost all in the light, and this eyelid will have a little, probably bit of the light, because remember his eyeballs are round, you know, so they'll come out at us a little bit. Okay, so we're coloring his main color. We might make things a little darker on the shadow side, and then we'll color some of his shadows that would be around his eyeballs. Last time I did a color along, I had some music in the background, and it was kind of just a little bit of music. I might put that on. You guys can tell me if you like it or not. So let me just do that real quick. I kind of liked it. It was kind of fun. If I can find it again. Was it this one? I can't remember for sure. Turn it down. So it's just like I don't think that was it. I can't remember what one it was. Was it feeding? I don't like that. I don't remember. Oh, thank you. I really like them too. I keep staring at them, and Angela's commenting on my nails. I don't like that one. It feels not good. Maybe no music. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it today. Apologize. Okay, so we're coloring, and I'm a super slow colorer, so I understand if you get bored, really, but so So we're coloring. And even if you don't have the same exact colors as me, like I said, pick a main color of the object and pick then a little bit darker of that color and then a little bit lighter of that color. And you can learn the same things as I'm showing you, but your colors will be just a little bit different. And I'm back to that highlight color. I just wanted to fill that in a little bit more. I love this coloring book. And you know, so if you've been following along at all with me on my Facebook group or anything, I've been testing out a lot of different colored pencils. And while I'm still a Prismacolor girl, my mind is becoming more open to different kinds. I'm actually really enjoying my colored pencils, and I just tried out, and I'm still working on the page, so I don't want to be like totally like, oh yes, this is it. But I just tried out a really cheap brand of pencils by Spectrum Noir, and they have a little set of colored pencils called Colorista. And they have 4 sets of 12 colored pencils, and I actually really like them. They're really bright and they're really vibrant. They didn't produce a lot of dust, which was cool because of my fat hands. Okay, so I did a basic layer of both his light color and his main color, and now I need to decide what I'm going to do as his shadow color. I think I'm going to pick 108. I don't want it to be too dark. So 108 is light olive. I'm going to just do a little test here. Yeah, that'll work good. I know there's a lot of people who plan out their pages before, and I just can't do it. So with the 108, I'm going to go over where I know shade is for sure, or rather shadow. I might go really dark on the edges. Then I'm going to put a little bit of dark over his little neck wrinkles to kind of accentuate those elements of his face. Because I think with a frog and him wearing a shirt, that would probably be something, a shirt and a little bow tie, something prevalent. I might even grab one more darker color to do like the very edges. So these fingers are behind everything, so they're going to be darkest. Oops. I go over the lines all the time. I don't know if you caught that. I can't really see it on the video, but I totally went over that line And I just don't even worry about it myself. Like, it's whatever. No one's going to notice later. And if they do, whatever, that's on them. We're coloring for funsies. There'll be shade right by his little ankle cuff. So we just got done with the other color along, and that was really fun. I can't even at this. Oh yeah, we did Tiny Cats by Coco Wyo, which is a crazy thing that's happening with them right now. They got their account suspended by Amazon, so they don't. You can't even find their stuff on Amazon right now. I couldn't say exactly what's going on with them, except for that I know that Amazon likes to close down big accounts sometimes, and it's hard to know exactly what's going on. And I hope they can get their account back. From my understanding, they will be opening an online store so you can print off their images, which will be nice. So I kind of got overzealous with that dark color. And I went back with 107, coloring in. I do a lot of layers when I color, and I don't know. Sometimes I think it is nice because it always turned out, in my opinion, really nicely. But sometimes I'm like, gosh, am I really like doing too much work over here because it's taking me forever? I'm hoping that this page doesn't take as long as previous pages, because I feel like sometimes I'm just like, golly, this is way too much. I think the Coco Wyo page took 14 hours, so it was like 7 live sessions. And I think I got bored with it, to be honest. So I'll try to be a little bit faster. So I am going to grab the little bit darker. What did I want to do? Okay, so I'm going to take my, I did grab 274. I'm going to grab my 273, which is pewter green. And I'm just going to do, on the very edges here, some darker shadow. And like right at the cuff. And I'm going to accentuate his little neck wrinkles a little bit more. Oh, I better put that in. Almost forgot. Do they really? Do people really go fast? I can't even imagine. Do people go live on fast, or do they just color fast? Or are you sure it's not like a sped up video? Like, I can't imagine coloring faster and like having it turn out okay. But I'm a slow artist in general. Like, I did this one hand building clay class, and the lady was giving me a hard time because I was going so slow. It was so frustrating. I was like, I'm going slow because I want this to turn out a certain way, and if I go faster, it's not, it's not going to turn out. And so I got really frustrated with that lady. I was like, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing this on purpose, and I'm just slow. I'm okay with only having like one item that I did for this entire class, instead of some people made a ton of items, and I was like, I couldn't even grasp how they could do so much. Perfectionism, that's probably it. That's me. Reasonable perfectionism? I cannot wait to see, so not many of my color alongs have had people actually coloring the same page as me. And so I'm really excited to see those of you who color the exact same page, because that is why I really want to do the color along, because I want to see how other people color the same thing. The other stuff is okay too. That's just like what I'm excited about. So I went back to the shadow color, which is 108, which is light olive, or the main shadow color, not the dark shadow color. Oh yeah, got this brush. One thing I keep thinking about is that the Color pencils, the 300 set anyway, claim that they're oil pencils, and I was surprised to learn that. And I wish that I could tell the difference between oil and wax, because these are generally soft as well. They're not soft like Prismacolor soft, but they're soft. They're not like hard. They do keep a better point than the Prismacolors, but like, I wish from just looking at or using it, I could tell that it was actually oil or not, because a lot of these companies, this is back to the main color 107, a lot of these companies will put whatever on their products, and I don't know if it's true or not. Like a lot of these companies like Color, or these other companies that aren't big name brands, that we know and trust. I just don't know. He's so cute. I don't know. I guess it depends on what you think is hard. They're harder than Prismacolors, but they all seem to... So I decided I'm going to do his little dots at the darkest color, which is the Pewter Green 273. They all seem pretty similar to me as far as drawing, but I don't know. I really don't know how to describe them at first. Excuse me. When I was first using them, I really didn't like them because I think it was the way I was using them because I was doing all that swatching. And, man, that was rough. It was really rough on my hands. And so I was like, I don't even like these. But now that I've used them on a couple pages, I'm liking them a lot better. This was, oh yeah, that's the highlight color. Let's see. We'll put a little bit, not darker, but we'll make this a little bit more saturated where we really want the highlights to pop, so that when we try to color over it with the other colors, that won't really accept the other colors anymore. Because sometimes I forget and I color over an area that I wanted to be a highlight, and then it just goes away. I'm glad you're finally using them. And you know, with these different manufacturers that are up now of, you know, these unknown brands, as unknown as far as they're not like the big name brands, I don't know how well their quality control is as well. Like, is the 72 set going to be the exact same as the 300 as far as quality and how they feel to use? I don't know. I do have some 72 sets actually. I bought them in case I wanted to do in-person color along. So far I have not done that, but I did buy some for that purpose. Haven't used them yet. But I'm not very good at sharing like my art supplies. I never have been. And so that's why I bought a few sets of that 72 so that so I could share for those who wanted to do a color along in person but didn't have their own stuff. And then I wouldn't have to worry about them ruining my special art supplies. I think one of the funniest things in my life is that I wouldn't share my art supplies with my mom ever because she was so hard on them. Like, I stopped letting her use my color crayons at a very young age because she would press so hard she would like break them in half. And I'm like, what are you doing, you woman? Like, geez Louise, you're breaking everything. And so like I would throw a big fat fit if she touched my coloring supplies. And that's my whole life. Like, my whole life she was not ever allowed to touch my art supplies. Once I saw her break things all the time. I think it's funny. She thinks it's funny too now. She was probably really frustrated in me as a kid, but I was like, you're ruining my goodies, man, my special goodies. It was so frustrating as a kid. He's looking pretty good. He's almost done, I think. right now I'm kind of taking this 107 and I'm trying to blend colors a little bit more. I rarely use a blender stick. I have them. I have the blender pencils and blender sticks and stuff, and I've never really used them. I like combining the colors, I think, a little bit better than using the sticks, because I can, I can try to make something lighter by blending with the highlight color, or I can try to make it more uniform by using the main color, or darker by using the shade color. And that's just kind of how I work. So it's bothering me that his eyes aren't colored in, and I'm not gonna put black down on my swatch sheet because it's just black and nothing else is going to be black. But I had to color his little pupils. I had to, okay? I had to. I could not stand it anymore. Can you believe we've already been live for an hour? Holy cannoli, guys. We've not gotten very far at all. Okay, I'm going to grab my main shade color and try to do a little bit darker in some areas where I don't think the sun would touch very much. Like under his little lips. Then I'm going to grab my dark shade color and kind of go over some spots where I feel like it kind of went away. And I'm like constantly sharpening my pencils because I always want like a sharp point for details. Going over where I put the dark earlier. Just to bring out those little details again, since we got colored over and went away a little bit. I'm going over where I had the highlight again, just like ever so slightly, because I felt like it was really like not matching. Okay. Mr. Fogarty. I think he's done. Well, I kind of want to do, I'll wait till later, but I want to do a little bit of shadow in his eyes so that they'll really look round. But now that we're done, we used all the Mr. Fogarty greens. I'm going to take my little swatch sheet here, block this off. I'm just going to say frog because I don't want to write Mr. Fogarty. So I kind of try to write down what I used for what. Try. I make no guarantees that I'll be able to continue that. Okay, now, for his clothing, obviously his hat. Okay, before we get crazy, I want to put my greens away because if I don't, then I'll be completely full of pencils on my desk and it will be the worst and it will be really frustrating. just putting them away, just one thick. Okay. So his hat, I'm going to do like a straw hat. So we're going to look at my colors here and see what kind of matches straw color. And, ooh, oh, my computer needs to be plugged in. Hold on. Okay. Plug in all crazy. I think he's just a handsome boy, really. Okay, so definitely straw colored. So I'm going to grab, like, I'm trying to decide between what I'm going to grab both 162 and 294. These will be more like the shadow colors. I think these yellows are too yellow for straw hat. So I'm going to look at the browns here. Ooh, 225 looks good. That's farther back in my case. Excuse me. Where are we? 225 is next to the next one after gray. Okay. That is not it. Where is it? Oh, no. I'm looking for it. $227. This is one thing about having such a huge set of colored pencils is, like, one, it's a little overwhelming. And then, like, two, it's always hard to find what you're looking for. Like, I still haven't found that one. I haven't even found any that are, like, next to it. Where's 287? Okay, that's 287. And we're going through all the grays. Oh, next page? No. Struggling. So sorry. So that's the silvers. Oh my gosh, you guys. 227 is in metallic. Or 225 also. I don't want to use a metallic. So nix that. Going over. So this, what do you think? So that's 225. You think 041 kind of matches? Okay. If I can find it, of course. 041. Okay, so I grabbed 041. And I want like a highlight color. $126 is very green. Okay, I'm gonna grab 297. Okay, so this is just for his little hat. Apologize that that took a bajillion years. Okay, so we'll work on his little hat now. And the main color is this 041, which is ginger yellow. The highlight color is 297, which is iron yellow. And then I haven't decided what I was going to use as the shadows yet. So I'm going to take the main color here because it's not going to be that bright of highlights, but I'm going to take the main color and lightly color the entire hat. And this gives us a little base layer, which I feel like helps the pencils blend together. And it's kind of how I do a lot of my art, especially watercolor. I always add a little bit of a base layer. That was like really the perfect color for a straw hat, isn't it? Nice. Okay. And I'm going to take the iron yellow, which is the highlight color, and we're just going to put it where there would be some highlight. And it looks like the hat is more like on the back of his head rather than like shadowing his face. So that's nice. Trying to blend that out just a little bit so the lines aren't super hard. Okay, now I'm going to do real quick on the back of my swatch sheet. Take a little bit of the main color and I'm going to see what I like best for like a shadow color. I'm going to do this one, which is warm gray 162. And you know what I already forgot to do? Okay. Now, take the shadow color, sharpen as usual, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight these lines. Well, not highlight, but darken these lines and fill in the shadow here because the sun is not touching there. Fill in some shadow here because this is a curved hat, you know, with this being closer to us, this being further away, touching his head. And then probably no sun here. Might have to go back with a little bit darker of a color and color those lines a little bit again if I want to. Okay, back to the main color. And we are also going over the shadow color a little bit so it kind of blends. was looking good. I want to go right next to the highlight color, so that blends together a little bit too. Go back with the highlight color, which was 297. I'm going to go right on the edge of the hat, and I'm using hard pressure to get this sort of like brighter solid line. All right, see you later, Amy. Then I'm going to do a little bit lighter pressure right underneath and into the main color of the hat a little bit to work on blending. Back to the main color, 041, which was ginger yellow. And doing that kind of more solid now. Solid is in a little bit harder pressure, not completely going into the shadow spots. Because then we're going to take the shadow color, which was 162. We're going to use some pretty decent pressure here. To bring in that shadow color a little bit more. Looks pretty good. Let's see, I did color pretty hard. I'm going to grab this rust color. It was the one we decided against earlier, but I'm going to sharpen it. And I'm going to see if I can, oops, sorry. If I can get a little bit darker here, but it looks like not. So, look at that. Stupid pencils. This happens with so many of my pencils in general. I think it's the whole shipping process to here. You know what hasn't happened with those colorista pencils, and I even got one of them shipped just in their little regular packaging. They just put the shipping sticker on the back and they sent it like this. Can you believe it? And none of them are broken. Not even the tips. So they seem pretty hardy. Okay, so next, I'm going to put these away. Gotta do that. If I don't, I'll have a giant mess, like I said. I gotta remember which goes where. 162, and then 294. My little brown yellows. Oh, I might keep these out. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna actually keep these out because I think I might use them for some more elements. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these up here to the side instead of putting them away. So I might use it. I think if I do like the shadow color a lot here and then that on top, I think that'll be a nice basket color. I'll just do that now. Sure. Okay, let's do that. We'll do that now. But I'll need another color for shadow. So I don't think Now that I'm looking at this again, I don't think 294 is dark enough to be a good shadow color. So I'm going to go not there. Excuse me. Let me grab $184 here. $184. Of course, I don't find it right off the bat. Here we are. Okay. Kind of a pain in the butt with a giant thing of pencils. Okay, here's the shadow color. Here's the other colors. 1, 2. Okay, we'll first go in with the warm gray, which is 162. And I'm going to lightly color everywhere with it. Everywhere on the basket. Because it's kind of good, I found, to have a couple elements that are similar in color, if not the same color, because it looks like it pulls together the image overall. I'm going to go a little bit dark in some areas here where there would be shadow, but we also got the shadow pencil too. But so this side is going to be a little bit darker than this side because this side has the sun. Okay, then we'll take this highlight color and we'll do a little bit highlights. The highlight color is Iron Yellow 297. Do a little bit where the sun will be touching it pretty well. Okay, then we'll take that main color, which is Ginger Yellow 041, and we're going to color all over with it, lightly first. We'll even go over a little bit over the highlight color. And now we're going to take the Cinnamon 184 as our shadow color. We're going to go pretty dark. On the back end here, because no light really will be touching there. Ambient light, but nothing like bright. Oh, the lead is loose in this. Ugh, so annoying. Let me know if my fat hand is in the way. Sorry. Then we're going to have kind of a little bit of a darker shadow right by his leg. And I'm going to actually lightly color all over this to blend the colors a little bit more, because I think it's a little bit more yellow than I really want. And we'll go dark right here because that's going to be pretty shadowed. And before I get too crazy, and I have been going back and forth on how I want to keep color. Sorry, the focus keeps going weird because of my hands. Unless I use all the same colors, I guess, I will try to put a new set of colors or tracking for every element. So we'll just go. I don't know if that's, I don't know. This is only like the third time we've been keeping track of colors. Ooh, see? Ugh, stupid. I just want to color this. Ugh, stupid. This has happened on quite a few of the cooler pencils for me. And I thought they packaged them so well because they came in a box, and then, the tin was inside the box, but around the tin, between the, box and the tin, this is broken still, was like this foam. And so it seemed like they did a really great job, but apparently not, because most of my colors are doing this pain in the butt BS. Especially my favorite colors, like some of the blues. Oh, it sucks. Look, it's still broken. Holy. Try to be precious about it. It's been super annoying. Really inconvenient for this coloring situation. Come on. I guess I don't need it like that sharp to finish this thing here. It's a nice color for brown though, cinnamon. So that was 184. This was 297. This was 041. And or 162. I still want to use this color, so I gotta have it a little bit sharper at least. Let's see. I'm trying to be so nice. Okay, I'm not going all the way sharp, but okay. Oops, sorry, just totally headbutted my camera. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the main color, which is 041. And I'm going to do a little bit of blending over the shadow color. And color a little bit more over the highlight color. And I'm doing fairly about medium pressure. That looks pretty nice. I see some spots I missed here. So I'm one of the colors who end up burnishing so that, you know, it's all the way like it's shiny. There's no white showing through to the best of my ability. For some reason, that just feels most complete to me, even though I do appreciate those who do like the other kind of coloring where you don't do that. So next, we put these away because I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, maybe his roof. Yeah, we're gonna do the roof too, this color. Like maybe more on the browner side, like the 184. So I'm gonna do a light layer first, like as light as I can go, of the shadow color of the 184. I don't really know what that whole thing is, but okay. Do a little bit darker on the sides here. I'm going to take the 162 and I'm going to color all over lightly. Then I'm going to take the highlight color, which was 297, and I'm going to lighten up some spots here. And press fairly decently hard on the edges of items like this. Like that. Take that main color 041. I'm going to go all over again. Somewhat medium pressure, but not like super solid yet. Because I think I want to make it a little bit more brown. So the shadow color, 184. We'll have a lot of shadow over here. So I'm going to press decent, actually pretty hard on the side. And then kind of hard at the bottom of, I don't know, I was just imagining this was kind of like straw like roofing. We'll do a little bit here. And then on the side here. Okay, then we're lightly coloring over this again. Even over a little bit the highlight colors. I don't know what color to do that. So I guess I don't know what it is. Some sort of attachment string thing. Okay. Do pretty dark right here. Okay. Then I'm going to take that main color again, finally, and go over everything once more. And I'm doing fairly hard pressure to do that final blending of colors. This just kind of brings them all together. Sharpen it so I can get in those little holes. Here. What do you think? Should that just be that solid brown? If I can get it sharp enough, I think that'll be the best bet. Without the lead falling out. No hope, really, but try. Oh, yeah. The lead's falling out. Pardon, I know my hand's in the way, but I'm going like straight up and down with it so that the lead doesn't fall out, because it is going to again. Oh, super frustrating. There. Yeah. Boop. 4 times. How annoying. Okay, so that gives us a nice 3 elements of similar or very the same or similar, very similar colors, which I think works out really well. Oh, Benjamin's food thing just went off. Oh. Just finished my little shake. Now, one thing I like to look at is, you know, again, how the artist colored his clothing. So he's wearing his vest, his little yellow shirt. He doesn't have a bow tie on, and his pants are gray and white. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about the gray and white pants, to be honest. So before, I've given him, you know, yellow stripes. And this one, I gave him yellow and white striped pants, which is kind of fun. But I don't know if I want to do that again. I may wait. What do you think? What color will you do his pants? Or what are you thinking? Let me know. I might have to skip it. But I'm thinking red-ish, you know, like a deeper red. Maybe similar to like this on his coat. Gotta put these away. My husband's cooking. It smells better look. The colors are going. We got 184, which is by 167, which is right there. I was right. Then we got 297 and 041. $297 and 5. Okay, there we go. Now, the only things I really know off the bat what color I'm going to do, obviously these are going to be green. different various greens. There's a few different shaped leaves in here. There's like ones with flat, ones with scallops, and ones with serrated edges. So those will each be like a different variation of green. Then we got some vines here, and that will even also be a different variation of green, along with the leaves off of the stump house. And then we have this little bird, which I think I'll do like a robin. I don't know if I'll do like American robin or an English robin. English robins are a lot more cuter, but I like robins. But I think the red will look kind of nice because I'll do the strawberries red. Then I'll do like the raspberries raspberry color, and then the blackberries. So that might be a nice thing. Let's see. So I like to color things like as I know what I'm going to color them. So I know the strawberries will be red, so we should color those next. And I think those will be pretty quick. We have less than a half hour left of this live, which is exciting. Okay, so strawberries. I'm gonna look at our swatch. I'm immediately drawn to 241. So that's definitely going to be a color for them. I don't know if it's going to be like more of like the main color or whatever, but it's called Bloody Red. So 241. I think I'm going to grab 08. 008 is for kind of like kind of the highlight, but kind of the main color. And that's just straight up red, according to Colors. Then I'll work with that for now and see if I need to add more highlight or not. And before I forget, I'm going to do this. And this was roof and basket. So definitely, let's go with the red first. Woo! That is a red. Be some good looking strawberries. Sharpen it nice and sharp because they're pretty small. And ooh, we got lots of red elements here. And I want to make sure I can get around the little seeds in the strawberries. So Angela said that she plans to color everything else before she finishes his clothes. It's interesting how we all go about it. There's no right or wrong way, definitely. But I love to see what other people do because it helps me, make different choices maybe next time that I see how someone else does it or what order they do it. So be sure and say hi. Looks like we got 5 people hanging out right now. Say hi in the comments so that I know you're here. Let me know if you're going to color along with us or if you're just hanging out or coloring your own thing. We are coloring out of the book A Frog's Tale by R.J. Hampson. And we're using colored pencils. And if you scroll around the comments, I linked everything I'm using in the comments. Obviously, the strawberries need to be red, but you know, there's like white strawberries too. I don't know if there's other color strawberries. Is there like yellow strawberries? I don't know. Probably not. But it seems reasonable, like it's a thing that could happen. Okay, so while I'm here and using this red, I know that I will color these like the red and white mushrooms because I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and also do a light layer of red on these mushies, even though I do know I won't use all the same elements of the strawberries on this. I might use some more. But I usually like to put a little bit of orange in this too. In the caps, anyway. Is sort of the highlight area. But for sure, there'll be the red with white. Because really, I can't even, like, there's not even, other mushrooms aren't even as fun as that. Angela said she likes to do the clothing last so that she can balance it with the colors she has already on the page, or if she needs to do some contrasting colors to make him pop out more or something like that. We'll see. I might, it just depends how I feel. Sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I know, and just do that, you know, do whatever came to mind. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab the Bloody Red, which is a 241. And sharpen it, of course. Have you colored any other pages from this book yet, Angela? Okay, I'm also doing the mushies, I guess. So I'm going to do like where the shadow is or would be in this Bloody Red on the mushies. I don't know if you've like looked at real red mushies with the white dots, but usually these white dots are raised, and so they typically will have some shadow around them. Now, back to the strawberries. As I kind of go back and forth everywhere, put it sort of on the shadow side. We colored strawberries in the last color along we did, and we looked up, you know, some reference strawberries, and we noticed that strawberries can have different color seeds even on the same strawberry, which was really interesting. But I think, if I remember right, I went with a lighter yellowy, or like a medium yellowy seed color, medium yellowy brown. And I liked that. But we'll see what happens here. It might be good if I work on that now before I start coloring like harder, physically harder with the pencils. Oh, they're so cute. Aw, Angela says that she's only colored the book belongs to page. So we're gonna do buddy color for the whole entire book? That would be fun. I may not do them all live, but because I think, didn't we color the belongs to page kind of the same time, or no? Or was I just sharing with you the whole time I was coloring it? I don't remember. Okay, so I'm looking at my strawberries and I'm trying to decide, do I want to do a little bit brighter of like the sunspot or whatever? I think so. I think I'll go with 035. And if I can find, oh, there it is. And this will be kind of like, you won't be able to see it very much. But this will be like the highlight area. Oh, this is going to break. Yeah. So the highlight area, we'll kind of color that hard. Last time I did strawberries, I used some white paint marker. Oh gosh, this is so dumb. So much waste. I'm gonna empty a different one here. Let's see if it treats me better. Sorry about that noise. It's so annoying. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, my memory sucks. Okay, let's see. I don't think this one's gonna break. Okay. So, right, the highlight color. And again, I'm pressing kind of hard so that it's like fully saturated as the highlight color. And that's because I don't want to color over it with a darker color. And when I press hard all the way, it makes it to where it doesn't really accept other colors on top of it very easily. Ooh, I forgot the dark on this guy here. Little tiny baby. Have you ever grown strawberries? I tried to grow strawberries and I failed every time. Ugh, it was such a pain in the butt. Firstly, it was because the stupid robins came and ate them all. And then secondly, I don't know what happened, but I got like the teeniest, tiniest little strawberry and that was it. So, there. Looks good. Did I miss any? No, I don't think so. Okay. I'm not going to do more on the mushies yet. But now I need to decide. I think I'm going to keep just the colors I have here for the strawberries. So I think that looks nice. I'm going to do them a little darker, but I think they'll look nice together. This was 035. I'm going to do more layers, not too much. I don't want to make it to where the other color doesn't get accepted, because I want to do the shadow color with the 241. I know these are kind of small to really notice that there's like a differentiation. Is that the right word? Difference in the colors we're laying down, but it's worth it. I love how these strawberries are kind of like organically shaped. Like they're not all just like triangles or whatever. They're these are the strawberries kind of that you would find like wild strawberries. They're so cute. Okay, back to the shadow color, 241, bloody red. We're gonna go kind of hard, or pressing hard on the edge here. Try not to do that. I keep forgetting about my little brush to brush away bits. It's looking so cute. Strawberries are so cute. Why are they so cute? I saw a while back there was this really cute like strawberry stool, and I mean it was like shaped like a strawberry and painted like a strawberry, and it was so freaking cute. I wanted it so bad, but I couldn't find it somewhere that would ship here, and I was so sad. So cute. And my friend's like, why would you want that? And I was like, I don't know, because it's adorable, that's why. Okay, going back to the main color, and I'm kind of notice there's a little bit of, you can really see some of the dark line on some of them, and I want to just see if this will blend it out a little bit. And if not, that's okay too. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Okay, so now we got to finish these little dots. I'm gonna do, let's see, like I think those are too yellow again. I'm gonna look at the browns again. Maybe 060. I think that feels good. I think. Yeah. We're going for it. We only got one chance. Nothing's gonna cover that when we're done. If I could find it. It is by 44 and 298. Here we are. Okay. Now I'm going to test one. Inconspicuously in the shadow area. That might not be, that's not light enough. Okay. Going back to 297. Not light enough. I want a little bit more contrast. I might have to do the yellow. 042. Okay. Yes. Okay, great. That's better. Cute. And we are at 12:54, so we are coming up on the end of this color along for today. So if this is your first color along with me or the first time you're finding me, while I do color alongs, I go live multiple times per week. Typically, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I will post the live announcements on the day I go live. So you got to keep an eye out on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. You should definitely join the Facebook group to, I'll put this in, so that you can keep an eye on the lives, like my Facebook page. So, for the same reason, if you don't already. And yeah, I'm really excited for this page. It's coming along really well already. It's so sweet. It's just so cute. I can't even contain myself, really. Like, oh my goodness. So I'll go live on Friday. I'm going to try to stick to the same time every day, but I may have to change it because, life happens. So it'll be typically around 11 a.m. Eastern time, which right now is 8 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. So for reference, yeah, they're 3 hours behind me. And so, yeah, these are the colors I've used so far. If you want to take a screenshot for reference. And yeah, I always use multiple colors for one thing because nothing is a solid color, in nature. So, okay, anything else? Do you guys have any questions before I go? It says there's 4 people hanging out right now. I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to, for the mushies, since we did start coloring the mushies, I'm going to go ahead and record what colors I use so I don't forget for next time if I pack up or anything. And let me know what you thought about this color along so far. Is there anything I could do better? Let me know. I tried to talk the whole time, so it's not like completely boring. But if I don't really have people asking me questions and stuff, it's kind of hard. I just ramble. And yeah, this right, yeah, here we got strawberries. And then we'll just remember that that's mushies. We'll try to pick up on the mushies when we get back. It's going to be so cute, you guys. So when you color, if you're still here, still hanging out, if you color, do you go all over the page, or do you go like start at one side of the page and go? Me, I'm kind of all over. I sometimes really try to stay like left and go right, since I'm right-handed and my hand usually runs over the color. But that'll be my question for you to answer when you feel like it. But that is, I don't know. Seems like probably the smart way to go. But you can find everything you need. I'm going to link my little website here, AdrienneSmith.Art/links. And at that website, you can find all the products I used today, link to my Facebook page, link to my Facebook group, etc., etc., all the places. So I'd love for you to join my Facebook group if you haven't, but I'm going to end this live now, and I so appreciate you hanging out with me today. I will see you on Friday.